Ryan here, Shorty2286. I wanted to do kind of a review of a scent that's really been taking me a long time to decide if I want to buy a full bottle of it. I live in a very hot climate, and we do get a few months that cool down quite considerably, considering our summer and our spring. We are hot most of the year, so anyways, I'll introduce the scent. I've probably been through about 4 or 5 different samples of this, and that is none other than Editions de Parfum Frederic Malle and Musc Ravageur. Of course, perfumer is Maurice Roussel. This is an oriental fragrance, and it is one of the most unique fragrances that I've really ever smelled. Or at least at the time it was. It still is, just because of the work it does. I'll go ahead and share some of my experience with this fragrance first of all. My first experience with this fragrance was summer-ish, around, I want to say May or June of last year. It had got a lot of hype, so I wanted to go ahead and check her out. It was called a panty dropper, sex in a bottle. There was a whole bunch of stuff that it was called, and I knew that I was close to a Barney's, so I must check it out, because I was going crazy at the time with fragrances, and still am. Anyways, I went to Barney's, and it was May, June-ish, and I go ahead and went to the counter, and lady helped me, and I said I wanted to see or smell Musc Ravageur. So I didn't know exactly what I was asking for, because it was really one of my first introductions to niche. So she goes and she says, yes, of course, we know that one. It's a very good one. And so I proceed to smell it in the tunnel. I was like, wow, that smells a bit different. I spray it on myself. I'd had a couple other ones on me, only a couple, and they weren't strong scents. So I spray it on me, and I was like, whoa, it was this strong, full steam ahead, punch you in the face. It was very pungent. And I guess that is, of course, the clove in the fragrance that is really got that maybe earthy or more like spice punch to it. To some people it's very off-putting. They can't stand clove, and probably still even in this fragrance, Musc Ravageur. So I wasn't really impressed at first. I really wasn't impressed. I went outside after looking around a little bit more. The half hour had passed by, and I go to my car and I start sweating immediately. It was probably about 7 o'clock at night, and it was still 95, maybe 100 degrees. So this scent was just radiating around me, and probably about a 3-foot radius cloud. Just felt like it was pulsating, like throbbing, pulsating out of my, this aura around me. And I was like, wow, I could never, ever wear this. So that night I went to bed a little bit early. I'd showered earlier that morning, so I went to bed shortly after I got home. And it wasn't until a couple hours later I woke up for some water. And I went ahead and did a little bit of nose to arm, nose to wrist, and what I smelled was incredible. It was incredible, really incredible. I could tell that this fragrance had an animalic, sexy, almost dirty quality to it, almost like risque or something like that. So when I smelled it, once I woke up for my water, it had calmed down, of course, and I couldn't believe what I was smelling. For me anyways, I still get the clove pretty much throughout the scent, and I'll go ahead and kind of describe what I get from the scent. From this scent, I basically get, the clove has settled down a lot, but then I get this beautiful vanilla and tonka bean smell mixed in with, I don't want to say, there is cinnamon, but it's not like an overload of cinnamon, like if you put too much cinnamon in coffee or chocolate or French toast, something like that. I think it's a nice balance, and you get like this chocolate, almost like, to me, I had a bag of hot cocoa mix sitting around. I took one day, I don't know if I was hungover or whatnot, we had a hotel party type thing, and I don't want to say I ransacked, but at breakfast I was taking everything because I was thirsty, hungry, dehydrated, so I just started taking all sorts of bread, jam, tea, hot chocolate, and this hot chocolate packet, or hot cocoa packet, whatnot, sat in my backpack for a while, and I went to go clean it out, and this smell really kind of reminds me of like the bag of cocoa. I don't drink a lot of hot chocolate, I just, or cocoa, so this packet just really reminds me, I don't know, I have to check out what brand it is, but this fragrance almost smells like a cocoa to me, hot cocoa, not even necessarily in the drinking form, as in the powder form I'm speaking, with some cinnamon and tonka bean, vanilla like aspect, all mixed together just beautifully. This fragrance is, like I said, it has an animalic quality, and I don't want to say, I could probably say very animalic, but it basically screams sex, like everyone's heard. This fragrance has done well for me. It's given me one of the most, an experience I'll never forget. It's given me one of the most fantasized, I guess you could say, experiences. One of the biggest fantasies, I guess, in my life that I've been able to live down, I guess I could say. But some women are very, very off-put by this scent. So it's just, you know, with anything, to each their own or whatnot. Everyone, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for the people or women that do like it, they catch a whiff of this and it draws them in. That night I had a few ladies ask me, do a sniff and be like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? Some of them didn't actually say, wow, that smells amazing, but there was plenty of women that said, wow, that smells absolutely sexy. Where did you get that? How much was that? Where can I buy it? And so, of course, I told them the name, and they were like, what? You know, they had it. I'm sure none of them remembered exactly what it was by the long title of it. But this fragrance is an absolute masterpiece. Maurice Roussel is a master perfumer, a brilliant mind, and a brilliant nose, obviously. One of the top, or I could say one of my favorite perfumers, along with many others. But as far as, I don't know how I'm doing the rating system, so I guess as far as this scent, I don't remember all the rating systems. I'd give this a 9.5 probably. It's one of the best scents I've ever smelled, and the work that this, how this fragrance changes is absolute artwork, and that's what's great about a lot of niche perfumery. Even other designer fragrances do it as well. It's from the top, middle, to the base notes. It's just some of the work that these fragrances do from beginning to end is just amazing, pure artwork. And I guess with this fragrance, I believe it goes straight into, there's a little lavender-ish for me that I can pick up a little bit, but to me it basically goes right into the middle and bass notes for me. Yeah, so on with this. The scent, I'd give a 9.5. Longevity, this stuff you'll wake up the next morning, I'd give it 10 plus hours on someone. And I'd say you'd get at least 10 plus hours, excuse me. I would say, of course, from my experience, if you don't want to kill someone, start knocking people out from across the room, unless you're in some kind of MMA fight. You know, if you're too close to people and the heat, this is going to, they're going to start tapping out because this will just be too much. Excuse my way of putting it. I don't know. Anyways, cooler weather, fall scent, winter scent would be great around the holidays or any in cool weather. So the longevity gets a 10 out of 10. Versatility comes back down. I'd give this maybe a 7 out of 10. As long as you're in cool weather, the versatility goes up. So it's great. I'm trying to remember. Sillage, projection, 3-foot cloud at least. Go easy on the trigger on this one. And I can't think of anything else. Overall scent, I give this a 9 out of 10. So once again, Musc Ravageur, one of the most beautiful fragrances. The work that this fragrance does from top to beginning, or from beginning to end, excuse me. One of the greatest have. So I guess that's it. I don't know how I'm gonna do my reviewing for now, but Shorty2286, Ryan, peace guys.